Good morning. We welcome you here this morning still to pay tribute to the life of Michele Moore. Just by your presence, it's so honoring to her. And I know some of you have traveled a long way, so thank you. I'd like to open in prayer. So, Father God, Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for family. Thank you for friends. Thank you for co-workers, co-servants, that we can come together to honor Michele and pay tribute to her life. Father, she leaves such a legacy. Just her love for CERT and serving our community, serving along our firefighters. Lord, we just thank you for her life and her service, her encouragement to all of us, her exuberance, and just what a trailblazer she was in our team, Father. So may your presence be with us now as we share stories, thoughts, and truly honor her. In Jesus' name, amen. So I know some of our CERT members, we can share a few stories about Michele, but I'd like to welcome anyone else too that would like to share a funny story or any kind of memory that you have of Michele.
Thank you for all coming, being here. I will do my best not to lose my composure, shall I say. Obviously, she was a huge part of everybody's life, especially mine. I have some things that were sent to me from one, her sister, who could not travel due to medical issues, and her other daughter, the same thing. We all have lives, we have children, and she has a child that she couldn't travel. So I would like to thank you, everybody. They say that people who donate money are great. Honestly, people who give their time to me are even better. I use the word wrong. Better's not better. You give away your time. You could be sitting at home, you could be hanging out with your own family, you could be doing so many other things, but you came out for Michele, and that's just absolutely fantastic to me. So I'm going to start with her sisters. After getting old, I'll take my glasses here. Okay, here we go. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Jennifer. I am Michele's little sister. I wish with all my heart I was able to be there today to say my proper goodbyes myself. But due to my own medical conditions, I'm unable to travel from Texas. I've asked for someone to read this on my behalf. Growing up, we didn't have the best childhood. Things were rough. We went through things we never should have had to endure, including the sudden death of our own mother. The one constant thing in my life was I always knew my sister was just a phone call away. We were pretty much inseparable our entire lives, including being pregnant together twice, living next door to each other, even living together at times. We've always been there for each other. Even though we butted heads a lot, ended up moving away from each other, she and I were always like night and day. We've had our share of ups and downs in life, and I was happy to see my sister finally meet some wonderful friends and find her purpose volunteering for the fire department. It brought her back to life, gave her purpose. Her big, generous heart has always been one of her best qualities. Anyone that knows her, she had a very generous heart. Growing up, it was always us against the world. And now I have to face this world without her. I really don't know how to accept this, accept that this is real, and just move on with my life. I'm completely devastated, heartbroken, and feel like half of me is gone. I didn't think anything hurt worse than losing our mother, but losing my only sister feels like my heart was ripped out. A piece of me died that day with her. My heart breaks for James and the girls. I feel so sad that they'll have to go through what we went through by losing their mother so young. I pray we can all find peace in knowing Michele is with our mom again in heaven, dancing with angels, pain-free, and looking down on you and me. I love you and miss you so much, Michele. I'll call you later, sissy. That was the first one. Okay. This is from her other daughter, Crystal. For you that don't know, she has 4 daughters. We have the eldest in Misty. The second eldest would be Crystal, who's in Texas. Madison, the third in line for the throne. And our daughter, Riley, being the youngest. This is from Crystal, her second daughter. Yes, get my number straight. Good morning, everyone. First, I want to start off by saying thank you so much for being such a big part of my mom's life. I want to say thank you for making her last minutes on this earth nothing short of amazing. She was a very caring person and loved getting in with the CERT team. I will never forget getting the message on how she passed and was on that team. We may not have been close, but I hope she does know that I love her so very much. I will never forget how excited she was to meet her first grandbaby, Everly, back in 2020. Sadly, she wasn't able to meet her grandson, Grayson, but I know she would absolutely love his free, wild spirit. Hopefully she's looking down on all of us and is proud of where every single one of her children are. We love you, Mom. Rest easy, beautiful. So those are the 2 that I was asked to read. I obviously have my own words of thanks. I'd like to thank, again, everyone for coming out. I could sit here for hours and tell you everything about Michele. The fact that you're here, you already know who Michele was. The fact that she was kind and generous and giving, you all know because you're here. If she wasn't, you wouldn't. So I would really like to, really thank the fire department, Chief Perkins, the CERT team for everything they've done, all the support that they've shown me and my family. Is not a testament to me. It is a testament to Michele and the person she was. For people to come out and do everything for us. She had requested, no black, even though black was one of her favorite colors. She wanted black and purple being her favorite color. I looked around for a purple shirt. I couldn't find one for life. and I tried, but I brought something else that was one of her favorites that actually does describe who she was too, which is this shirt right here. She would wear this around town. She didn't care, because she was like who she was. My dad, being retired, he passed a couple years back, and during his retirement, he would always do something. Glass etching this month, t-shirt making the next month, something to keep him busy, and he said, if I make a couple of bucks, great. Well, he made a bunch of these shirts, and we still have them, and this was Michele's favorite, and she would wear it around, so I thought today that I would bring it because it would just show who it was. So I have this. Actually, I was going to do this, but I have her as well. This is for our home here, for us. Again, I cannot go into everything that you don't already know. I can tell you one thing of how we met, and I'll keep it PG-13 because we have some kids here. But I was a part owner of a bar and restaurant in Roseman, where she lived, and it was New Year's Eve 2005, and we just did the whole bell drop and everything right there. And I was standing in a room. I was kind of off by myself, and we were doing things, and I feel someone tap my shoulder. I get pushed up against the wall, and a kiss laid on it. At this point, I have no idea. Don't know this woman. But I'm like, okay. And I was like, I kind of stunned, and she said, Happy New Year. And she said, when I see something, I go get it. Okay. Normally, when there's alcohol involved, these things don't last long. But almost 18 years later, here I stand. I said once that buying that bar, or was the worst decision of my life, and that upset her. And I said, no, you don't understand. And I will tell you, financially, yes, I'm not gonna lie. Worst thing I could have done financially. But what it gave me and what I got back out of it, I can never thank anyone for. I had accepted at that point that I wasn't gonna have kids. I was, about 30, oh good Lord, I gotta do math.
You were old.
38, yeah, I was 38 at the time, and I was like, okay, I don't have a problem not having children of my own. I've had dated girlfriends who have kids. That's fine. And then even later on, the doctor said we couldn't have one because she'd had a procedure that left it where she couldn't get pregnant. Apparently, I took that as a personal challenge to prove them wrong. But what I ended up with was not one, but 4 amazing daughters that I've had the great pleasure and honor watching grow from when I came in. Madison, I believe, was 7 when I came into their life. And I've got to watch all of them become these amazing, caring, intelligent, beautiful young women. And I get one more shot at them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared to death right now. I'm scared to death to screw that up. I want her to be, someone that Michelle will be proud of. So I'm scared, but the support that I've gotten from everyone here has been amazing. And I can't think of a better place to watch her grow up than right here with the people that are around her. Again, I can't, sorry if I ramble, I can't think of anything else that I could say that can convey who she was. If there is someone else that would like to say something, please do. If not, that's fine. We have gotten together, I got together with the family, and we have some pictures that we put into a little video. You want to say? No, okay. This is Madison, as I said.
I've never spoken at someone's. I've also never really spoken in front of a lot of people. My mom was one of the strongest people I've ever met in my entire life. And I'd always heard the saying that you don't know what you have until it's gone. And it's never been more true. We fought a lot. We butted heads so much. We have very similar personalities, and it didn't work out a lot. But anytime that I was going through something, I had someone to call. And no matter what I had said previously or what she had said previously, she would always answer, she would always pick up, and she would always try to help me. I come home from work now and I don't have anyone to call. I would always call her and tell her about just the crazy, dumb things that have happened that day, or the really funny thing that someone said, and it would lead to 3 to 5 hour long conversations. And we're all gonna miss her. And I don't think anyone is ever gonna be able to forget her. But if you take anything out of what happened, it's that you really need to stay in touch with everybody, because you never know when the last day is gonna. You could have another year. You may not have another hour. You don't know. So just, if there's anyone that you haven't called in a while, when you get home, please call them. want to regret not doing it. And just thank everybody for coming. I was really scared that no one would be here. And I'm very grateful that she met everybody here and that she made a big enough difference in everyone's lives that they wanted to be here for her. So just thank you guys.
I just want to say one more thing. She reminded me of it. I really want to thank Rolinda personally, Chief Perkins. The fact that she formed that CERT team gave her purpose, because there were times when honestly she wouldn't even get dressed up her PJs for a few days. I mean, I had nothing to do, I had nowhere to go, and once you guys did that and she became part of it, her life just insane 180. She was up every day. She was finding things to do. She was getting better. She was getting more active, and it's funny. Her girls would attest to this. We got to a point where hearing the word CERT multiple times a day was we're like, oh my god, okay, yeah, you're a CERT member. I mean, it was you took it with good and bad. And there was once I said, are you feeling okay? Yeah, well, I'm fine. Are you sure you're not sick? She goes, yeah. I said, because you haven't said CERT in 2 days. So, and she got mad. I was like, no, I just, I'm fine with it. I'm happy. And she would listen to the scanner religiously. She'd sit out there in the garage and have the scanner going, and she was all wonderful getting called out because she was so excited to help. That was the thing. She didn't want a disaster or anything bad to happen. She just wanted to help so bad. And that was just so amazing.
The weirdest call I ever get was when she was excited the gas station was on fire.
Yeah, that one was a
The
good
gas
day.
station was on fire. She got called out to help direct traffic and keep people away and keep people safe. And I got a little upset with her because she took Riley with her. So, I mean, she kept her safe, of course, but I'm like, it's not things you do for a 12-year-old. But Riley's so much looking forward to turning 18 so she can actually join the CERT team as well. So she's just so happy about it. I had, oh fuck, I lost it. Shoot. I had something about the CERT team as well, and now I lost my train of thought, but that's okay. The fact that you guys, some of you were the responders who came to our home and tried your absolute best was such a comfort to both me and the family to find out that you guys didn't give up. I don't know her name. Sierra was doing compressions, working on her, and she didn't stop. When I was told she did not stop even when they got to Selma, she wanted to be part of it. And to see all of you guys waiting there for, I don't know if you're waiting for us or to see what happened to Michele. Most times you guys, your job is to go onto the next person and help them. That's your job. So to see you guys there was just amazing that you didn't give up, and to find out that the care she got, the woman who does, I think it's a phlebotomist who does the Arabic, actually is from Kingsburg, and the daughter of one of the ladies who was the same work that we know. So all around, every person that worked on her was connected. So I know it was kind of meant to be. I mean, just because the amount of people that were working on it was just, was phenomenal. So, unless there's anyone else that would like to say anything? No? Oh, yeah.
So hi, I'm Rob Gong. I'm with CERT. I'm one of the coordinators for it. And when she came on our team, when we did the training, she was the word I think of is earnest. She was super excited for everything. I'd send a text out. She was the first to respond. I sent, and then she would respond a whole bunch of times. I wouldn't just get one response from her. She was really dedicated to the CERT team, and so I really appreciated. She brought Riley, and so she was our crash test dummy when we had to do our carries and stuff, which was great for my back because I'm getting older and carrying Riley is relatively easy compared to some of the other certain members that we could have had to carry. That shirt that you have, she does give her raps, you know what? She really did. She really did, and it was just neat to see her live, like you were saying, live every day like it's your last, and it seemed like that's how she lived her life. And so I appreciated that. Hopefully, I'll take that away, and I'll be able to do that in my life as well. So, thank you.
James, you gave us some glimpses about Michele that I never knew. Thank you. Thank you for your courage and your heart for sharing that. And Madison, thank you for your courage. You will be a great speaker one day. I'm glad you got to practice here. Yeah, and your heart. But something you said reminded me of a quote, one of my favorite quotes. A man by the name of Charles Spurgeon, which was like several hundred years ago. But he said, a good character is the best tombstone. Those who loved you and were helped by you will remember you when the forget-me-not flowers have withered. Carve your hearts on hearts, not on marble. So there's a quote that summarizes what Madison shared with us, to say people matter, relationships matter, because that's what we'll remember. So,
James, I just want to say
Sure.
I am the CERT coordinator, but it takes a team of people to do the CERT program. So thank you to all the firefighters who helped set up today, because it really made a difference and it goes smoothly. Michele always had to have potluck. So we didn't really do a potluck, but we kind of had some finger foods in honor of her. But she's like Rob said, she was the first to respond and, are we having a potluck? And then what's the topic? You know, she always had to have a potluck, and she was starting to do ride-alongs, which she liked doing with the firefighters, kind of getting to know what they did and how she could help as a CERT member. She always brought brownies, and I was like, but you don't have to bake food every time you come. It's okay just to come and be a part of, but she always had to bake. So every ride-along she did, she brought cookies and brownies, and she just had to make sure that they were taken care of too. And I know that Riley had a big piece of that, and the last potluck that we did have, there was a fudge cake, or I think it was a fudge cake, and she was so proud of it, and she's like, we gotta cut it to make sure everybody has a piece of it. But she did not claim credit for making it. She made sure that she said that James made it, and she gave him all the credit, and we got all the calories because it was so good. It was so good. But she was so proud of it that everybody had to have it. You know, she always brought dessert to all of our training. She couldn't wait for the next class. You know, the next topic. What are we training on? She was very giving, and she always brought gifts, because she brought gifts for all the firefighters for one of the events. It's something that she wanted them to have when they're out taking care of others. And so some of the guys picked them up, some of them went out on calls, and so I have a couple of them here for them. But she was always giving, couldn't wait. And the sad thing was, when we had our crayfish festival, I was waiting for her. Because she always responded first thing, I'm gonna be there. And I knew Riley was gonna be there, so, but she wasn't here this time. Maybe in spirit, but I waited for her because I always was at the last shift when she was there, from the beginning to the end of the event, always. So I am gonna miss Michele. Always giving, always caring. She cared a lot about this community, and she loved her firefighters. She liked giving back and helping them as much as they help others. So thank you for sharing about her. You shared a lot that I didn't know about her. I'm glad this team kind of helped her get out of what she was going through. And we have a lot of events coming up, and one of the things that we wanted to do, Rob, is that we are naming this vehicle after her. When we have it wrapped, we'll make sure that it says Michele on it somewhere in memory of. So that's to come. We're just waiting for some more quotes. That was the first thing Chief Perkins said. So anyway, thank you for sharing her with us. And Miss Riley, you're next. She wanted to graduate so badly. She wanted her own cert bag. So you have your mom's as an honorary cert member, but you will have your own one day. Thank you for today.
Is there anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Don't stand up yet.
I'm not a speaker like these other people are, but so this is very short. But the time that I really got to know Michele with Riley, we were sitting out under that tent. A little louder, sorry. I got to sit with him for about 2 hours because we were just manning the booth at one of the festivals. I don't even remember which one it was, but yeah, Riley was there and Michele was there, and to me, Michele was just so so excited about being there. She would just we had some things laid out there if anybody was excited about being part of the CERT team, and she would just kind of almost push it on people. Come on, you could sign up for being a part of the CERT team. And they would be excited, and so they would sign up. And she would say, "Hey, I got so many people signed up for to be on the search team." And she was really excited. And Riley was just she was just so positive there, and just being, she enjoyed meeting the people too. And so it was just a joy for me to be there with the two of them. And so I just always remember that about Michele and who she was, and being part of the search team. So I've been a part of the search team for a while and enjoy it. Glad to be here too. So.
A couple quick things I was going to say. The stems you see here are for any, if you want to take one, please take one home as a memento if that's what you wish. We are going to take the family a couple stems with us. She chose to be cremated and spread at sea, so we'll be doing that this afternoon in Morro Bay, and it'll be something that we'll be able to obviously do as well. The second thing is, yes, you're right. She loved to feed people. So the fact that I totally forgot about this, I'm so thankful for that. And yes, the dessert was mine. I told her to make sure, hey, don't you take credit for that. She asked me to make it. And real quick, the bottom was Oreos, cream cheese whipped cream, chocolate pudding, whipped cream on top, and then whatever you wanted to put on top of that, which I'm actually going to be making and bringing down to you guys again, just because you guys need a lot of calories, you guys expend a lot of energy, you got to keep that calories up, and I don't think it's going to be turned away. I'm just saying.
You might have to starve yourself for 2 weeks.
I don't think I'm going to get a no if I drop that off. The last thing is we do have a video, like I said, and I will kind of explain a little bit to it. In the video, you'll see some pictures of Michele singing. She loved to sing karaoke and loved to sing in general. She loved music. So, yeah, the first song you will hear is not your normal traditional memorial service song. It's her favorite. Every time I go with her to watch, I was not a singer, believe me. I would watch her. I have an actual issue in my ear. My eardrum has come apart from the nerve. So if things get too loud, I hear like a blown speaker. When you hear that crackling, that unfortunately happens in my ear and stuff. So I couldn't go a lot, but I would go with her and stick just cotton in my ear if I had to, just so she could go and sing. So the song is her favorite song. I heard it every single time I went. Every single time she went to do karaoke, she did that song. So that's the first one. The second song is from Fast and Furious, which was one of her favorite franchises. And yes, I heard how sexy Vin Diesel was. Constantly.
From more than just her.
Exactly. Yeah. It seemed all the girls in the family, whoa, Vin Diesel. Like, okay, yeah, I'm nothing. I'm chopped liver. So, okay, but
I'm here, dude.
so those two songs will be on there if you're wondering why the song selection. So we'll give this a shot here.